What a privilege and honor it is to introduce our keynote speaker, Clark Beckham. Shout out to Clark's mom, Terry Clark Beckham, and his uncle, Ken Clark, dear friends of mine, growing up together in Woodward, Oklahoma. I got to know Clark through his mom and uncle as they were posting his success and rise to stardom in American Idol in 2015. Our hometown cheered him on with the rest of the nation as he made it to the final round. It was so much fun to watch and be a part of that. Clark, you remind me so much of your mom, as she always had a very beautiful voice and the good looks of your uncle. Clark Beckham started singing in a gospel trio with his mother and father when he was 8 years old. He started playing instruments around the same age. Today, he is as much of a profound instrumentalist as he is a vocalist, as we may get a chance to hear tonight. In 2015, his soulful, bluesy vocals, along with his incredible talent on the piano and guitar, took America by storm, and Beckham finished as American Idol's Season 14 runner-up. Since then, he has performed with the Nashville Symphony, written with Brian McKnight, and been nominated for a Teen Choice Award as music's next big thing, as you will see very soon. He is currently recording his debut album. Just years ago, Beckham made his money playing and singing on the streets of Nashville. Whether practicing scales, learning songs, or just listening, he considers music to be the most major part of his life. In regards to music, Beckham states, "I think it, I speak it, I live in and around it. I make it and I do it. I feel like music is as much a part of me as my own heart." It is my pleasure, honor, and privilege to introduce Clark Beckham.
Hello, what's up? You guys are hype. I was excited when I graduated, but you guys must. It really tells how much you guys love this place, how comfortable you are, and how this place has given you a lot of confidence to all the different decorations of the hats and everything. It's wonderful. Okay, and I will in a second. So my name is Clark Beckham. I'm really pumped to be here. I like to sing. That's kind of my calling card. That's my thing. I've always liked to sing. I started singing when I was younger, and it's rare you find a lot of I don't know. At least it was for me, guy singers when you're like in elementary school and like middle school and stuff. Because I feel like when you grow up, or at least when I grew up, singing was kind of a girly thing, and it just wasn't like a cool thing for a guy to sing. But I didn't really care because my dad sang his face off and was a beast, and so I was like, oh, singing's cool, and he's like the man, so I'll be the man if I sing, so I'll just keep singing. So I got made fun of a little bit in school, but I really didn't care because my dad was cooler than anybody that made fun of me. So, and he's a singer, and so I wanted to sing, so I continued to sing. I made it. First time I sang professionally, if by professionally, and by definition, if it's when you're singing and you're making money doing it, I didn't really want to get a job, like a job, like a clock-in job. So I started. I just went downtown Nashville to the street and just started. I had my guitar and I opened my guitar case and just had my guitar and started singing on the street, thinking that it was going to be easy. Kind of had a romantic idea of it. Like people were going to be like, "Holy cow, wow, this guy's awesome. Let's give him every bit of money we have, and it's going to be fun." And everybody's like, "Oh, what are you doing on the street? You're so great." That's what I was thinking in my younger mind, maybe a little arrogant mind of mine. And so I went down the street, and I grew up on like old school R&B soul stuff. Like Al Green, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, those guys. So when I went on the street, that's kind of what I wanted to. That's what I was going to sing because those are the songs I knew. So for example, I first night I went and found like an expensive restaurant. It's a Melting Pot, and it was like right on 2nd Avenue, right off of Broadway. He knows, and probably not. And I posted outside. I was like, okay, these people are probably rich coming out of here, so they're super generous. Not really, but that's what I was thinking. So I posted up there, and I I started singing a song that I knew by Al Green. I just started singing like, I am so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. You guys know this song? You do? You make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Anyway, I started singing that stuff, and I made, I think I made like $1.50 in 2 hours. 2 hours. No woo. 2 hours. And I was like, what? This isn't as cool as I thought. And then a homeless man came up to me. His name's Cowboy. So he told me his name was Cowboy. And he's like 6'5", denim, head to toe, nothing to lose. You know, just came up to me and walked right in the middle of, oh, baby, let's stay together. Comes up to me and just looks at me weird with his, head all crooked and stuff. Looked at me and was like, boy, we're in the South here, right? Not here, but there. He goes, boy, you can't be singing them sissy songs like that on the street. I was like, come on, man, this is Al Green. This is the Reverend. This is the good stuff. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, listen, give me that guitar. I'll show you how it's done. I was like, okay. Giant homeless man, here's my guitar. Please don't, beat me with it or steal it or something. And his eyes lit up. I could tell he's tried that line before, and no one gave him their guitar, but what the heck, I did. But I gave him the guitar, and he got the guitar, and he'd see somebody walking down, and he'd be like, hey, girl, you like Tim McGraw? Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me, which is not a Tim McGraw song. I knew that because the next person, he'd be like, hey, girl, you like Jason Aldean? Rock me, mama, like a wagon. And you made like $20 in like 10 minutes. $20 in 10 minutes, and I made, I try to forget how much I made in that time. And he said, listen, son, you got to be loud. People aren't here for you. You have to persuade people who are not there for you, who are walking on the street with all the other sounds, to hear you take money out of their pocket and actually give it to you. You can't do it singing all pretty. You can't. You got to sing loud. So I started singing loud, and I did a lot better. But Cowboy was teaching me how to communicate in that time. Fast forward. Can I take you guys like everywhere that I sing or speak? Fast forward, I'm off the streets, and I wasn't homeless at any point. I don't want that to make it sound like that. I got off playing the streets, and I got this really cool experience to play and sing on American Idol. So when I was on American Idol, we have these celebrity mentors come in and talk to us, and all of them were, and I mean this, I'm not just saying it, all of them were awesome and did really a great job. My favorite, maybe the one who's the most influential for me, was Jason Derulo. Yeah, that one. Jason Derulo. Yeah, that one. So Jason Derulo is there, and it was Florida Georgia Line and Jason Derulo. Florida Georgia Line took half the folks, and then Jason Derulo took the other half, and I was on the Derulo side. And so I was singing Make It Rain. You guys know that song, Make It Rain, Ed Sheeran? He did a cover of that. No, not that Make It Rain. Not that at all. Anyway, I was singing, it's like a real bluesy song and high notes and big runs and really, it's a big song. So I was singing that for the mentor session thing, and I did really well. And I thought I did really well, and everyone afterwards, the cameraman on and off site were like, oh, wow, that was great. He just sang a really high note, really loud, and blah, blah, blah. And, well, Jason was Jason, not first name basis. My boy Jason, awesome. So Jason Derulo, he's like stone faced and focused and just staring at me the whole time. And I get done, and he's just staring at me, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, pretty good, right?" And he's just like staring at me. He said, "Clark, you're a spiritual guy, right?" I was like, "Yeah." I was okay. Because when you sing, it's kind of like a prayer. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I guess it is. He's like, don't do that. said, you need to preach. You need to sing the song like a preacher. It's like, oh, Jason Derulo, sir, yeah. He said, you need to open your eyes, because producers would always tell you, open your eyes, look at the camera, find the red dot and look at that camera and memorize the patterns. And by the end of it, we could memorize the patterns of the 8 or 9 cameras on where they would go, and we would lock eyes with the camera, and they told, open your eyes because that works better. But I never realized it wasn't just to look and have your eyes open because it's pleasant. It's because we're supposed to be communicating to the people. And when I pray, it's very introspective. And when I sing, a lot of times I get caught up and I'm just closing my eyes and moving around. But he was teaching me how to communicate. Keep your eyes open and preach the word, is what he said to people. So that's what communication is to me on my spectrum of what I do is singing and music. And if communication, if interaction is a syringe, what you get a shot with, for me, singing, the music, the song is the needle. Your speech, your posture, your charm, your vocabulary, those types of things, how you relate to people on that kind of a social level, that's your needle. Your ability to communicate is your needle. But it's not about the ability, your ability to pierce through the skin of society, of culture. It's about what's behind the needle. What's behind the needle? What is the content of what you're communicating? What's the injection that you're putting into everyone who has to hear? And I hear a lot of artists will be like, I just want to change the world with my music, like love and peace, and I just want to change the world with my music. And then they sing music, and it's promoting violence and destructive lifestyles. And I'm thinking, you want to change the world with your music. What would the world be like with your music? I think the world kind of sucked with your music. If your music changed the world. We all have that responsibility as talented communicators. We all have the responsibility to be sure that what is behind the needle, what are we communicating, and to be sure, see you guys later, to be sure that it's worthy of being communicated. And so I implore you, students, parents, family, everybody who can hear me, be careful what's behind the needle. Be careful of what you're communicating. Make sure it's positivity, encouraging positive change. Because if you're good at communicating, like all the other great communicators of all time, whether it be Martin Luther King or your mom when you were little, or your aunt or grandmother or grandfather, if you're good at communicating, like all the greats, you won't be known for how well you communicated, but for what you communicated. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to sing. I'm better at that. No, it's not the Ed Sheeran song. But it's similar. Whoa, minor chord. I need love. Oh, I need love. I need love to keep me warm. I need love to weather my storm. I need love it says I believe, that takes my dreams and conceives. I need peace to set me free. I need peace to put my mind at ease. When the walls come falling down, I won't hear a word, no, not a sound. I fear not hear night anymore. I'll just knock, you'll open the door. I need faith to tell me everything is gonna be okay. I need faith to take my fears away. Oh, when the walls come falling down, I won't hear a word, no, not a sound. I fear not hear night anymore. I'll just knock, you'll open the door, 'cause I need you to do what only you can do. I need you to be the one to see me through.